Good afternoon. My name is Niko House, host of the political radio show Mikasa Sukasa, which you can catch Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube, Facebook Live, wakeradio.us, iHeartRadio, or you can call me and we can have a personal conversation. Just kidding, don't call me. But we need to have a serious conversation because this is a conversation that has yielded a lot of animosity from the left, caused a lot of internal conflict. Why? Because it's a very real possibility that this could end up happening. So I figured I would give my piece on it and why I feel the way I do. Elizabeth Warren, 2020. Do I think she's a viable candidate? I do. I think that. Do I think that she would win? I do. I actually believe that Elizabeth Warren would win. Do I think specifically that she could beat Trump? Absolutely. I do think she could beat Trump. Would I vote for an Elizabeth Warren ticket in 2020? And would I support one? Absolutely not. Some people don't like that, but it's the reality. Because no matter how much she tweets against Trump, no matter how much she pretends to be a progressive, no matter, not saying that she's not progressive, but she pretends that all of her actions are supposed to be representative of the progressive brand. No matter how much she pretended to be unbiased, no matter how much she screams in Congress about how bad TPP is, taking the obvious progressive stance, which I don't think is really that hard when you're a Democrat from Massachusetts. You know, that's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what we put you there for. Yes, no matter even if she's a woman, like that really doesn't matter to me. I don't trust Elizabeth Warren to do what's necessary in times where it is dire to do what's necessary despite popular opinion, despite personal interests. And that was demonstrated to such a ridiculous level during the Democratic primaries. As you all know, Elizabeth Warren decided to pretend that she was unbiased the entirety of the Democratic primary. Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton were neck and neck, legitimately only to be determined at this point. If you take away superdelegates, Bernie and Hillary were right there. Okay? Take away election fraud, God knows how bad Bernie Sanders was beating Elizabeth Warren. That's a different discussion for another day. But Elizabeth Warren endorses Hillary Clinton. Now, many of you may not see a problem with that. But here is why it is a problem. Because you created the image of objectivity and loyalty to the party brand in the progressive movement, and that's why you pretended that you were unbiased. But when you had the opportunity to do the right thing, several times, by the way, but most importantly at this time, in the most impactful primary of the entire election, the Democratic primary, you became part of that barrage that tried to completely demoralize Bernie Sanders. If you don't remember, Elizabeth Warren endorsed Hillary Clinton right before the Democratic primary, before the race had even been decided. Elizabeth Warren endorsed Hillary Clinton around the same time that CNN was making an announcement that Hillary Clinton has won the presumptive nominee of the Democratic Party. She's made history, if you will. Hadn't won yet, but she was the presumptive nominee, right? And she actually was not the presumptive nominee because superdelegates didn't vote till late July. But she was part of that barrage. They counted superdelegates, and that's the only reason they can even come up with the BS conclusion that she was a presumptive nominee. And instead of condemning the superdelegate system, instead of perpetuating the fallacious logic that Hillary Clinton, instead of combating the fallacious logic that Hillary Clinton deserved to be the first president because she was a woman, she indulged in it. She caused the very fractures that we are seeing within the progressive movement right now. Not solely, but she was a key cause of that. It's not that big of a deal to some of you, but this is why it's a big deal to me. Because you have talked a big game for so long. You are not a stupid woman. So let's look at it from a pragmatic standpoint. You're not a stupid woman. You know. There's no way you don't. You know. If Bernie Sanders wins the primary, he's destroying Trump. Not only is he destroying Trump, but Democrats win Congress time and time again. Like, it's over for the Republican Party if Bernie Sanders wins, right? You're talking about single-payer health care if Bernie Sanders was something that you say we need. That's what you were saying. You're talking about regulation of Wall Street if Bernie Sanders wins, right? You're talking about getting big money out of politics if Bernie Sanders wins. All things that you say you have a problem with. And when the time came to do the right thing, you cowered it out. You bowed out. You bowed to your leaders, if you will. You showed zero integrity. And now you think that we're going to forget about that. Simply because, you scream at Donald Trump? You could have prevented Donald Trump from existing. And progressives are very aware of that. More specifically, I'm aware of that. So no. I wouldn't want somebody like Elizabeth Warren. For what? Every time the battle gets hard, she's going to falter. She showed that time and time again. And guess what? She's never showed any remorse for it, more importantly. She's never apologized for it, most importantly. Now, if we have somebody like Tulsi Gabbard, for example, somebody who was in a significant position at the DNC, she could have propped herself up to be a candidate in 1 to 2 terms. She could have been the next candidate after Hillary Clinton. She sacrificed her own funding for her campaign. She sacrificed her position in the Democratic Party and her image in the Democratic Party to endorse Bernie Sanders. Tina Turner, same thing. But you just had to ride the wave, huh? And I'm supposed to trust you to make tough decisions regarding progressives when that time comes? No, I don't. You had your opportunity. This is politics, right? Once you get rid of that opportunity, it's gone. Unless you're Hillary Clinton, apparently. But once you get rid of the opportunity, especially now where politics is so magnified, we're speaking about this every day, it's gone. And you lost that opportunity. So no, I would not be voting for Elizabeth Warren 2020. I would still be preaching Dem enter, Dem exit. Get out, get in when you can, reform your precincts. We're not done yet. That's what I would be saying. What would you say? Comment, like, share, subscribe, and always remember, find your balance. Have a good day.